to 2020. Happy New Year to you all. We are live with Tier 3, as per, on Monday night, live from Monaco. My name is Dan, I'll be your commentator for this evening. Sat alongside me, as always, the dream team, now that Thomas and Lewis aren't together. It's Matt.
Good evening, Danny. Yes, we're back. It's 2020, and what best track to be on is Monaco for some fun-filled carnage this evening. That's right, carnage, because it will be.
It will be monstrous. We're going to have 15 drivers start the race, in theory, and I doubt we'll get more than 10 finish, if I'm honest.
We've had 8 finish, I think, before.
8 finish is the record? Lovely.
I think for Tier 3 anyway, that's last year? Don't know. Maybe last year. Who knows? Can't remember.
So, let's see. We've got a lot of guys going out early.
Does that mean it's going to be raining?
It might do. It might do, but we'll find out. We've got... In fact, it's the Williams of Dan Hilton leading the way. Leading the charge with Cookie close behind him. Nice to see some of the big names back. Dan Hilton back in the driving seat after his operation. No, he's not the first man out. There's someone ahead of him. Who's that? Tichy in the tunnel. And there's someone in front of him as well. Is that one of the Mercedes boys?
It's Cygate.
Cygate leads the way. Apologies.
Hang on. Let's have a look. We have got some qualifying bans.
Well, we have one.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, Bossman has a qualifying ban for blocking Stumpy in Austria. But apart from that, everyone is... Well, yeah, yes we do. So, let me load up the chat and we can have a look. 7 viewers already. Nice to see that our absence hasn't caused us to lose too many followers. At least not at this early stage.
Oh, yellow flag, sector 3. Oh.
Who's gone already?
It's probably someone going too slowly, because it's going to be a car park. Let's be honest, even with 15 drivers.
Oh, Blades has subscribed for the 3rd month in a row, so has Perry. Bronze Pontiac has followed. Fantastic.
Some legends there.
Indeed. Blades in for the 3rd month.
I need to look to see where these yellow flags are. I'm concerned for everyone's health and well-being.
Well,
that'd be Dan Hilton going straight on a Portier, I believe.
See, you're going to have to help me with corner names, because I get many of them confused.
All you need to do is watch Senna, and then you'll understand all of them. Because it's got that qualifying lap in the film.
Okay.
It just absolutely razzing it around.
It's Cygate, the first man across with a 111.1. We would expect that to be beaten, and it's straight away it is by his teammate. And Remconin splits the two of them. And then we'll see some of the other guys come across as well.
I was about to say, even with Cygate's 111.1, that's probably going to beat me tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe me as well, actually.
I hate this track.
I dislike the track, but then I haven't done any practice either, so...
See, I don't dislike the track, I just dislike the way in which this year's game
cars. Yeah, I don't like how the cars handle this year either. I like a car that's got a lot of bite at the front, and they really don't.
And Cookie responds with 110.0.
Yes, half a tenth away. KB comes in P4.
Don't want to put any pressure on Cookie, but he's currently 1.7 seconds down in his time trial time.
Oh, fret not, he will know about it. Oh, see, look at that. Blades, rather than actually doing a qualifying lap like a normal driver would do, he's put all the corner names in the chat.
God, what a guy!
Yeah.
I'm not gonna...
So just keep an eye on for me when Blades goes out, and then we'll jump on board and do all the names for him as he goes round. Because that'll put him off.
It's doing absolutely nothing. So.
Yeah, I know. The reprobate. See, is Rosa going for another push? I don't think he is. I think he's just heading back to the pits.
See, the one that confuses me is when Massenet and Casino Square. I always get the wrong way around.
Is Massenet the left-hander at the top of the hill?
Yeah, I think it is the left-hander.
And then Casino Square's the right-hander, isn't it? Right, then then Mirabeau's down the bottom.
And the Grand Hotel hairpin, which is also known as the Lowe's hairpin, for you older people out there.
Yeah. I believe it's had another name in the middle of those two as well, but we need the mighty oracle that is Two-Spell to tell us that one.
Come on.
I don't believe he's in the chat though, unfortunately. Who have we got? Forza Fredo is on a lap, I believe, or is he coming into the pits? No, he's coming in. So we'll drop down. Dan Hilton's on an out lap. We'll actually watch him this time.
Most of these guys should be able to get 4 runs in. Pretty sure you can get 4 runs in quite easy.
Yeah, you can. Just about.
And I'm expecting people to... I've heard rumours people are going to go for the medium strategy. I'm not going to say those people are, because it could expose what they're doing. And someone's hit the pit exit and has lost some front wing.
Well, Cygate's just come out, so I'm assuming it's him.
No, oh. I believe it's of the Williams variety.
In that case, it's Millsy's, because Dan Hilton's still got all of his.
I don't know. Must be Titchy. Must be Titchy.
Cookie and Remconin have just come out as well. Could be them. No, or is it Blades?
No, I think it's Titchy. But camera angles aren't helping me.
I'm just going to jump on board with Pure Blades. It's Titchy. So we'll watch Pure Blades on his outlap, and then we'll jump on board, and thanks to his very kind message, we'll list the corner names as we're heading round.
Millsy just had 2 goes at the Noville chicane turning left, and it got a bit scary.
Ooh. That's the thing though with this track, if you don't, and I know it's cliche and everybody says it, even the proper commentators say, if you don't nail the turn in, you don't get chance for 2 bites at the cherry. Not really.
Might as well kiss your front wing goodbye.
That's the one. Right, Blaze heading in.
Oh, it's the outside of Saturday Park. I was watching Millsy in front of him.
Through Beau Rivage now for Blades into Massenet. And the right off Casino Square, down the hill now towards Mirabeau. He's got Millsy's in the way, who needs to get out of it.
It's going to be difficult to get out of the way though.
He's
hit all the other side.
There's no wing left on that Williams. Through Portier and into the tunnel. And towards the Nouvelle chicane. He goes. Oh, and Blades has hit it. He's hit the chicane on the inside.
And did he hit it with the front or the rear?
No, inside rear he hit it with.
See, Conal's going to get frustrated, but that's because him and Stumpy are both on laps, so Stumpy's not really going to move out of the way.
Blade's doing his job, staying out of the way of everybody. And we'll jump on board with Connell. He's far enough back from Stumpy that he's not... He's bailed out. He's bailed out.
He bailed out because he cut the chicane. I think. Oh, and Dan Hilton's gone deep again. And
Cookie, meanwhile, has taken pole position, 3/10 ahead of Thomas, but his rival is on a lap. These two have history, of course, after Germany. If you don't remember that, go back. Oh, and Thomas has hit the Nouvelle chicane, same as Blades did.
Boss. No, it's not Boss Matt's ring coming out of the way.
That's Thomas's lap. Gone down the drain.
He's hit Massenet, outside of Massenet.
He has. He allows the Ferrari through.
That is off KV.
And there's wing damage on the racing point, so that's his race done with. Let's watch KV then.
I hope not.
Oh, race. I mean, yeah, qualifying. Yeah.
We know what you meant, but
I've had 3 weeks off.
And God.
Let's give Raidcon some airtime. He's not had a lot. In the Red Bull, half a second up currently on his previous time. That would put him into the 10s. It would boost him up to P4. Unless he can find a little bit more time and try and challenge Remconin for third. Here he goes.
Oh, they're all slowing up for each other.
Pushes for the line. And indeed he does go P4. Half a second up. Good lap from Raycom. So Tichy yet to set a time. Invalidated his first, knackered his front wing on his second. He's running out of chances.
Yeah, I know we're going to talk about strategy later on. And I was like, oh yeah, it should be a one stop. I think there's going to be some. I'm going to go with 5 stops. Probably is the most I'm going to see.
It's a solid punt, I think.
Shout out Power.
Shout out Power. Any COS originals out there who know who Power is, we respect Power immensely. Yeah.
2 laps down, didn't give up.
Nope, kept going to the end. Here goes Tichy though, going for his qualifying run up the hill.
And Fredo improves, I think. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, P8. Tichy through sector 1 sets an 18.8 in sector 2 as well. We'll ride on board with Tichy. He is in there now. Oh, Tichy's lost an end plate on the outside of Portier.
Is that going to be to back? Whoa, 1, 2 and 3.
No, Nouvelle.
Oh,
front wheel on the inside of Nouvelle.
Oh, we see it on the inside. It's just where the cars ended up. It's a very strange place to be.
And I think Tichy's going to have to bail out of this lap as well. He's not had a good second and third sector. Front wing came off at Portier, and indeed he has. He's bailed out of it. So Tichy, one of the men people have predicted would do quite well this week, is almost down and not quite out. They'll have one more run at it, maybe 2 if he's got another set of tyres.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he's not in the worst position possible. I think there has been talk of people starting 11th and having free choice of tyre.
That's true.
Going on. Just gonna throw it out there. The person that won the Tier 2 race last season started 14th.
Yeah, he did.
Don't I know about it?
Yeah. He won't ever let you forget that.
It was quite funny though. He's just like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna go for driver of the day because they all seem to vote for people that come from like 16th in the grid up to like 6th or 7th. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go 14th. I'm gonna win it. And yeah.
Fair play.
History.
Pure Blades now. Powers for the line. This could put a dampener on Tichy's positioning. Indeed it does. He puts himself P10 with a lap of 1:11.3.
So Blades has had a run of unfortunate results. It's a bit of an understatement.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of them he's retired of his own accord. You know.
Well, I don't think tonight is the night you should do it because.
No, always carry on at Monaco unless you actually annihilate the car. Carry on.
Unless
There's always a
the
chance.
car off, yes.
Yeah. Twin Gamer, hello. Nice to have you with us.
Oh, Blades need putting the water outside. Oh, Cookie, there it is. 1:09.
There's the lap we were looking for from Cookie.
Still a second off though, Cookie, not good enough.
He reaffirms his place at the top. Stumpy, meanwhile, is 3/10 up at the moment.
I shouldn't be giving him stick, he's got to commentate on me tomorrow. Oh, and Blades has hit the ball down at Raskas.
He's on an in-lap though, I think, Blades. Stumpy's bailed out of his lap, but there is a car close behind in one of the McLaren. In fact, it's Cookie on an in-lap, so there's no bother. Tichy's back out, and we want to focus on Tichy. Let's ride on board.
Come on, Team Stumpy.
Team Stumpy. One of them's doing a good job in P4 at the moment. The other one, not so well. 18.6. He's 2/10 up on where he was the last time we saw him through there.
He's got good pace. Practice race we did on the week, and he was on the same pace as Rosa. He was a man to be on the same pace as at the moment.
He is. It's Tichy down to the Nouvelle.
So we were discussing Rosa's consistency.
Yep, that was a corner cut for Tichy. He's going to have to bail out.
And go again.
He will have enough fuel to do it.
It's good enough here, should do.
Just about, yeah. He needs to try and recharge some. We'll stay with him.
Tichy, just get a lap on the board. That's all you need. Just get a lap. It doesn't have to be your 100% quickest. Just get something on the board.
Yeah. So let's have a look. Cavey moves up into second place, by the way. 109.8 rather for him.
Trying to see where these yellow flags are.
Thomas is on an out lap, so we'll jump across to him soon. Remcon has just started a flyer. We're staying with Tichy for now.
Yeah, Raycon is marginal. He's just half a tenth down. Flicks it in. We may get away with that one. And then into to back. Make sure you don't clip the outside. Brushes the ball very nicely through the swimming pool section once and twice.
To the Nouvelle for Tichy, let's see. Doesn't cut it this time, but goes deep on the exit. That'll cost him a little bit, but he's guaranteed to get through. Through to back.
And she knows. And Raycon to the line. Should improve. Yeah, he does massively.
109.8. Puts himself P3.
Let's try that again. 109.8.
Yeah, untangle your tongue. And Tichy now punches for the line. 110.4 for Tichy, puts himself next to his teammate. But considering he only had that one lap to do it in, that's not a bad effort. Let's jump across now to Thomas, the man who we think should be challenging for pole. He's currently 3/10 down. He's not going to get close.
Who's
and
that?
to make
Cookie.
Is that Cookie ahead of him?
He's got both the McLarens.
Cookie gets out of the way. Diligent driving from the Brit. But his teammate Rosa is on a push lap, I think.
No, he's not. He's backed out, recharging.
Is he going to go again?
It's very fast. Nope, he's going to go again, and he's going to be behind. He's going to be behind Cygate, and that's Cygate is on a lap as well.
I think Thomas is going again now, actually. Yeah, he was 4.6 down. He either invalidated or just wasn't happy, but this is his last chance at it. Clips the outside of Sandivot. Blades is up. Good man.
Blades is up by 10th. Oh, he must have cut it. I was going to say, why would you be coming in?
Thomas still down on his previous time through sector 1, but not by as much this time through.
Cygate is up.
So I think Cygate can get another second off that time if he really pushes.
That was a good camera angle. That's a better camera angle. Watching them run down the hill.
Thomas is going well, but there's a man ahead of him who needs to get out of the way. Little clip on the outside to back. It's Stumpy. Stumpy does well. Thomas, 2 corners to go. Goes deep into Raskas. That could cost him. Through the final corner, deep again. Misses the apex. Pushes for the line. And he's...
6 attempts.
Thomas loses a lot of time.
Stumpy's in, and it's just Millsy's. Millsy improves 1.5 seconds on that lap. 112.6.
Does well. So that's it then, isn't it? We're just waiting for Stumpy to be wheeled back in. So then we have it. Eat the Cookie takes pole position, and for the first time in 2020. We don't know, Varamir, what the weather forecast is. To be brutally honest, we've had no confirmation as of yet.
The best person to ask is Blaze, because he seems to have plenty of time on his hands.
Well, I'm sure he'll be straight in.
Send us all a corner homes for the...
who else have we had? Say hello. Baker, hello. Good to have you with us. Blank, subscribing for 2 months in a row.
Blankety blank.
Good man. Perry's in there with a prediction. He says it's Cookie's race to lose. He says he's so much faster than everybody else. It is, but this is Cookie we're talking about. And he says he thinks Rosa can make it a McLaren podium, which is not a bad shout. I don't think that's probably a good prediction to make. Most of the guys in the top 10 will probably go soft to, what do you reckon, soft to medium or soft to hard?
Soft to... It's difficult because I practiced yesterday and the mediums seem to be okay, but you're going to be hanging on for dear life with about 5 laps to go. From 5 laps to go, so...
Yeah, so the hard tyre is the safe bet, medium tyre is the gambler's choice.
But the hard tyre is just a really bad race tyre in terms of out and out pace.
Fair enough. We'll see what they go for.
I mean, that's my opinion, but that could just be being slow, to be fair. Who knows?
We'll have a look. Let's get the telemetry up. And then the tyre choice. So it's, as we predicted, everyone in the top 10 of course has to start on the soft tyre. That is their qualifying tyre. Everybody outside is on the mediums.
Yeah, as suspected.
Yep, indeed, as suspected.
I tell you what, if someone who goes on those mediums goes long, they're going to ruin people's races.
Yeah.
I should know.
You and me both, mate.
Sorry, Mitch. I love you still.
I need to apologise to Hammy for season 2. I managed to qualify second somehow, and then I just sat there and held him behind for ages while Race Boy shot off into the distance.
That was the same race for me. Mitch behind me. First time I've ever raced with Mitch, and Mitch is like, this Haas guy's just in the way.
Cookie taking him on quite a slow formation lap, I think.
The softs you want to stretch to, well, you want to get them to lap 10, but they're pretty... They go off the cliff, especially around here, a lot noticeably than other circuits.
Yeah, definitely.
It just affects your braking, especially into Rascas. It's a joke.
Nice to have you with us, Steve. Sorry you can't race tonight. Pole time was a 1:09.3.
Kind of expected. Whoa!
Yeah.
There's many naughty people.
Many naughty people. And I'm not sure what race is next week. I probably should know, but
Hang on, I've got it.
Have you got it on? Good man.
I shall consult the spreadsheet.
Good man. Perry, thank you for the 5 bits.
We are at China next week.
China next week. That's all for the future. Here we go in Monaco. The first race for cars in 2020 is... Wait for the glitch. Go! Good start from Cookie, it looks like, with KV dropping behind Raycon. Shocking start for the Ferrari man, under pressure from Thomas as well in P4. Holds it on and he's going to challenge Raid going back up the hill. Meanwhile,
we're all through. Most and sound.
Yeah, KV.
He's left the session on the start. Oh,
he has. That's really unfortunate for him. Maybe he can get back in and try and claw his way back up the pack. KV's having to settle for third for now. Raycon pushing hard to try and stay with Cookie.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be into the Lowe's hairpin, the car park.
We've got a Ferrari on the inside.
Oh, no way. He squeezed himself through. Incredible.
Great move from Connor. We only caught the end of it, but Fredo put himself on the inside in a really bad position there. There was nowhere for him to go. Connor made the most of it and hits the wall in the tunnel for all his hard work. Connell is the biggest winner off the start, up 3 places. Bossman up 2 as well, getting past both Williams, albeit 1 by default. Biggest loser is Fredo, down 2 places with the exception of Millsies. Everybody else either up or down 1 place. The only man who hasn't moved is our pole sitter.
Raycon's hit. Anti-Noakes.
Yeah, big damage on the left-hand side of that wing for Raycon. KV will take 2nd place back. And now Ray's going to hold up Thomas, and this is what the Ferrari man needs to try and chase down Cookie, who will be loving life right now.
Cookie has left the building.
He has. Nearly 3 seconds clear. Thomas is through into Casino Square. And takes third place from Raycon, and this will be the Red Bull man falling back down the field. Rosa now the next man in line.
You have to treat that Red Bull like a back end of a donkey because it's not going to turn in at all around here. It's not pleasant. Don't know if that's both sides, but no, just the left hand side.
It's just the left, I think. Look at the gap already. 1 second he's lost to Thomas in 3 or 4 corners. Rosa needs to clear him, and quickly.
Rosa's probably thinking about the championship at this point now.
He will be. He'll be thinking about it.
Stage of the season.
He'll be talking to Cookie as well. Maybe trying to orchestrate something with the team. If he can hold behind Raycon and keep everybody else there, it might give Cookie the chance at an undercut. But Raid's pitted. Raid is pitted, and that releases them, so there's no chance of that.
This is going to be interesting. Hards to the end. Everyone else holding it up. He's got a bit of fresh air. Can he jump some people? Blades is in as well. He's replacing his front wing. Dan Hilton's in as well.
Probably for the same, is it? Wing change?
Looks like a wing. Oh no, not a wing change. Odds straight on.
Oh, going for something different, Dan Hilton. Fair play to the lad, but why would he not start on? Unless he's got wing damage, he's coming expecting them to change it, and they haven't. And maybe slight, but even then it's going to basically mean he can go to the end. Yep, he can go to the end now, so we'll see what plays out on that front. Rosa, meanwhile, 2.7 the gap ahead of him to Thomas, who is losing ground on KV, who is himself gaining on Cookie right now.
I need to have a look.
And Sygate's the first man on the naughty step.
Penalties will be a factor.
They will. Tichy and Remcon in all over the back of Rosa, who is losing ground. He needed Raidcon to stay there. Tichy underfueled as well.
Yeah, as I suspected. I don't want to mention any tactics at the start, but Tichy has gone underfueled. I know.
Yeah, I remember them. Don't let that one off. I remember them saying that both of the alphas were probably going to do it. So let's check Stumpy. He's not at the moment. He's not underfueled.
I think Tichy found it a bit more comfortable.
Although Stumpy is starting to drop away.
Yellow flag sector 3, it's Dan Hilton.
Yep, he's lost it at...
not Blades.
Yeah, Dan Hilton lost it at Raskas, I believe.
Blades has done something similar then, because he's missing the front right to his wing.
Indeed he is.
Blades, I need some winks for tomorrow. Can you stop using them up, please?
Meanwhile, Blaze is in trouble. His teammate Connell up to P9. Good start from him. And he's on to the back of Stumpy.
Actually got some half decent pace.
Well, I think now is probably the time where those medium tyres are going to come into their own over the softs.
Tichy's gone past Rosa, in fact. There we go.
Indeed he has. And that, to me, I'm not sure where he's done that. Because the gap he's had, he must have done it. Has Rosa got a problem? Rosa's got a problem.
Rosa's got a big problem. He's got no speed either.
Has he got wing damage?
I can't see. No.
We'll wait for this angle to change.
Front left, possibly.
Wait for this camera. Yeah. Wing damage on the McLaren. Ow! I've just kicked my chair with. I
don't know. I was waiting for the racing point to run into the back of Rosa there.
Yeah, Remcon needs to be careful. Let's ride on board through the tunnel.
Meanwhile, Tichy's loving life.
He needs to be careful going through to back Remcon because Rosa will have no grip whatsoever. He's going to have a look into the Nouvelle. Not quite. And gets himself a penalty for his trouble. There you can see at the lack of pace from Rosa. He's already 2.8. Make that 3 seconds now down on Tichy. He will have to come in.
Can't afford it.
No, he'll have to pit. But he's staying out. He's staying out. Thomas is in though. Thomas is in early. Thomas is in early for hard tyres.
Do you think he's potentially opening a gap up for said teammate?
Well, let's have a look. Gap to the leader at the moment for Rosa is 12.5 seconds. Pit stop round here is what, 18 to 22?
18 seconds, isn't it?
18 seconds, yeah. So it's possible.
Yellow flag, sector 3. That looks like it's Blades.
It might be.
Yeah, I think it is. He's the only person there. We're all good though.
Carrying on those Blades. Meanwhile, Rosa now is still only, well, closer to 13 seconds now than he was before. And he is holding people up, but Thomas is the big one. Because at the minute, if he was to stop, Cookie would come out ahead of Thomas, but behind Bossman, I think. Maybe just ahead.
It's alright, they're lapping Dan Hilton. That's one of the yellow flags over there.
Okay. So let's see what Rosa can do. 14 seconds now, the gap to his teammate.
Because obviously Dan Hilton's heard my plea.
Oh, Remconin now side by side with the McLaren, and he's through, going up the hill.
Oh, Bossman, and falls to Fredo. Fredo has gone deep into Sandavot, and that'll be your front wing gone, sunshine.
Yep, definitely is, front left.
Don't know who that was with. That seemed
with Thomas, I think.
Strange.
That was with Thomas by the look of things.
Lost 2 places, he was 9th.
Fair play, well they were both pretty close to one another, so I've no doubt that'll come back if it was anything serious. Dan Hilton, 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags. I don't think that will stay on if he wants to send that in.
At this stage it's not going to matter, but race of attrition as always.
Oh, Thomas has sent one down the inside of the Nouvelle and has hit Bossman.
He's getting 3 seconds from corner cutting.
Yeah, and he'll be able to get that removed if he sends it in.
Cookie's in, Danny. Cookie is in.
Cookie is in. I'm not sure he's going to have the gap, but it depends where he comes out, because Thomas is in traffic behind.
Ross is in as well.
Oh, poor communication from the McLaren boys. Let's see where Cookie comes out. He's ahead of Thomas and ahead of Bossman. That's the key battle.
Oh, this is just taking for ages. Because he's then just got jumped by Cygate, you know?
Yeah, new wing though on the McLaren, and he's out. Cookie, meanwhile, is out exactly where he wants to be, although he's behind 2 guys ahead of him who really could have done with jumping. I mean, if he waited maybe another lap or 2 with Cookie, with Rosa even holding them.
It nearly worked.
It nearly worked. Thomas losing the back end out of Portier there, drifting through.
Stumpy's under immense pressure.
He is, but he has been for a while, and Connell's gone deep.
That has like,
yeah, and he's let Cookie through. But let's just see if Cookie's got any damage. Nope, he's all good.
That was so weird.
Now I'd imagine that the Alpha boys and the McLaren guys will be in a party together. This might be a let through, but I doubt it.
Stumpy's a train and a half.
Yeah. Can KV and Tichy take the advantage here?
And Remconin come out in front of Raidcon? Hopefully he does. It's going to be pretty close. Here we go.
Not quite. Raidcon is ahead of us. In fact, he's quite a way behind.
Sector 3.
And Remconin picks up 5 seconds for corner cutting on his pit exit, which means he crossed the white line before turn 1.
Oh, and we've got a car park and everybody's running into the back of each other.
Well, Cookie made it through at the hairpin on Stumpy. I'm assuming that's where the car park was.
Yeah, and Bossman's got front wing damage. And so Thomas has got, wow, that's ruined his race.
Thomas got massive, oh yeah, Thomas, big damage.
They were all Constantine together, and that was the problem.
Yeah, and Connell still on the back of Stumpy, trying to make his way through. This is damaging his race.
Hassling.
Because Cookie managed to get past both of them there.
Tichy's in as well.
Yeah, Tichy's in. Let's see where he comes out. Will it be ahead of his teammate? I doubt it, actually.
It's going to be in between that gap between Thomas and Radgar.
Speaking of which, Thomas has gone on. He's carried on despite the wing damage.
This is just... I'm going to call it, there's going to be a nasty little accident happening.
I think you might be right. 16.1 seconds now, the gap to KV from Cookie. If KV was to stop now, he would come out in P2. I think, anyway, assuming he doesn't have a speeding penalty or anything to serve.
So Stumpy's doing a hell of a job here for Tichy.
Yeah, he is. KV needs to stop now. He needs to stop this lap, and it will work out brilliantly for him. And he is doing. Good
jump.
man.
This is going to be a big jump.
Yeah, we're watching on board with KV.
Stumpy, apparently. Oh, it's got a bit tetchy.
KV's in. Medium tyres on the car.
Oh no! Stumpy was going to set it down the inside of the swimming pool. That would have been brave.
Here comes Cookie. He'll go through on KV, but Will Connell.
Bossman's hit the back of Tichy. Stumpy even. Oh, it's just a mess.
Connell's in.
Mess.
Are they all in?
I don't know, but they've hit the back of each other, all of them.
Connell's in for a new front wing and hard tyres. His strategy not paying off for him now. Bossman's back in for a set of hard tyres. Stumpy's in for a set of mediums. KV did come out in second. Yep, Thomas stays in P3 but with wing damage. Remcon in P4.
And did he get past Tichy?
Yeah, he did.
Must have done, and that's because of what happened with the likes of Bossman, Stumpy, and...
Has Tichy got damage? Yeah, he has. Tichy has damage as well.
Yeah, I did think he had. They all hit the back of each other. That was just an absolute chaos of a corner, because people trying to get in the pits and not getting the pits. Carnage. Absolute carnage.
So Remcon up to 4th. Thomas in P3 but still with heavy wing damage. Tichy P5 again with wing damage, so you'd have to say at the minute favourites for the podium. I think Tichy's just taken the other side off.
Yeah, I think he's just taken the other side off. Yeah, I saw that bit.
Yeah, he's taken the other part of the wing off. He's going to have to stop again, and that's Tichy out of the running. Raidcon behind him needs to be careful.
Thomas is in again.
Thomas is in, but he hit he hit the outside of Tabac, I think.
Oh, yeah, but he's not going to make it to the... Oh, I just don't understand. I don't know why he didn't come in earlier when he had the damage.
Well, he will make it to the end now on mediums. But Remcon in now in a clear 3rd position.
Right. So Tichy and... So these two are going to come behind... back off.
And they're behind Connell.
Wow, it's going to be close. Jesus!
Blades, has Blade made it through?
Yeah, they both made it through.
Yeah.
Tichy's come out in front of Stumpy. So I reckon there'll be a multi-21 possibly.
I would agree with you. Blaze has just hit the inside of the casino square, but I don't think there's any wing damage.
No, he's okay. Caresses the barrier, he does.
Let's just jump up and have a look at our race leader then. Superb so far for Cookie.
KV's hit something because he's got, look, he's 13 seconds.
Oh yeah,
KV's in.
Yeah, KV's in. Big wing damage for the Ferrari. Hopefully he has another set of mediums. It looks like he does. So he'll go to the end.
That was 4 seconds. The gap was, and it went down. It went up to 14. Where's he going to come out of? Oh, he's got to get out in front of the likes of Thomas.
He might just make it out ahead of Connell. It's going to be close.
It's going to be very close. It's going to be...
Oh no, he's actually way behind Connell, and he's going to be behind Thomas as well.
Thomas, yeah. And we have got the Pure Blades train.
The Pure Blades train from 9th. Yeah, we have. And he's got wing damage as well.
He's had it for ages, to be fair to him.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
In fact, actually, Bossman's dropped off the back of him. Bossman did have front wing damage.
Still does.
Anyway. Still does, but he's just dropping off the back of Blades here.
Blades with much older tyres as well.
apparently Titchy's on mediums on the screen, but he's not. He's on hards on the graphic.
Mm-hmm. So the podium, as it stands right now, is Eat the Cookie, Rem Conning, and Raid Con.
Colonel lets through Thomas. Sygate's in. Sygate's got front wing damage.
Yeah, so he's in. He's on.
Softs.
He's going to have to stop again then from there.
Maybe that's the way to go. You know, probably.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe 2 stop is worth it.
Just go pace. Bossman 5 second penalty for speed in the pit lane.
And Sygate's coming out in the train. He's going to be close with Titchy. They're scrapping going up the hill.
Wow,
Titchy.
I would say that's a very interesting. Yeah.
And he lets Stumpy through. Good man.
I think he realised that. That was a very interesting pit exit.
Rem Conning closing the gap to Cookie in first position. However, he's still got 14 seconds to make up before he can make a challenge. That will equate to around a second a lap as we head into the second half of the race. Near enough. I know, I can't do maths. I can't do maths. This has been proven many times. Ignore me.
39 divided by 2.
Saw 30 and did complex maths that shouldn't ever exist. Sorry everybody. There's a reason I failed my maths A level. In fact, the fact I even went for a maths A level is a bit daft if I'm being brutally honest, but yeah, anyway, enough about me and my... Right, Rosa now, challenging for the podium places. Fresh front wing on that McLaren with the aging hard tyres of Raycon ahead of him.
I'll tell you what, Blades has done a very sensible decision. It's not often I say that about him.
What, stay out?
Well, he's 8th, and he's just staying out. And let's be honest, where are they going to look to pass him?
It's true. As you and me proved when we had that one race here years ago.
Yep. As long as he gets a good exit out of Portier, that's it. And a good exit out of Anti-Notes, that's all we need.
Yeah.
You're not going to pass him anywhere else unless he makes a massive mistake.
The only other one I can think of is... Yeah, the only other one is maybe at the top of the hill.
Oh, Stumpy and Titchy! No, Stumpy and Sygate. Sorry, I got that wrong.
I'm watching Rosa challenging Raycon going up the hill.
Oh, he set it down the inside of the swimming pool. Feisty one. Stumpy is taking...
He's taking massive wing damage though.
And I was going to say that looked too good to be true.
Yeah, it was a little bit. We'll jump back to the battle for third though. That'll be a multi-2-1, I think. Those guys will definitely be talking to one another. Rosa though, all over the back of Raycon. He challenged him up the hill. And that's been his only look so far.
I'm not even going to look at penalties yet, because some of these guys don't look like they're even going to finish. That's no disrespect, that is just the nature of Monaco.
It certainly is, although I'm surprised actually we've made it this far. Almost to half race distance, and we've not had a retirement yet. The only one who might have done is Millsies, but he disconnected before the race started. Oh, Rosa's hit Anthony Noakes on the inside with the rear tyre.
Oh, you know what? I don't think that's the first time he's done that. I think that's how he did. That's how he got front wing damage in the first place, possibly.
Maybe, yeah. But he's held position. He's just going to have to try and claw his way back onto the gearbox of the Red Bull. Yeah, almost up, almost.
Fastest lap is Remco.
Yeah, it is. 112.8, 10th quicker than anybody else. Two closest to him are Thomas and Cookie.
So I'm due my commentator's curse. Hold my beer.
I've had mine. Roz has hit the wall. Go on, what's yours?
Cookie's gonna bottle it? Is that too harsh?
Well, I think it's too mainstream.
Too unrealistic?
No, definitely not that. I'm gonna go for one. Blades is gonna get points.
Whoa! You're funny. But you never know. He's actually in a good position.
That's what I'm going for. I'm going for him getting points, because Sygate's got to stop again, regardless of whether he gets past him or not, and he's got a fair gap to Forza Fredo.
And Sygate's... but they're both going to lose out on each other on penalties. 5 seconds? Now that's a late call if I've seen it. He's got given a 5-second time penalty for gaining a position. Which, let's be honest, if he's going through Raskas, A, he hasn't cut the corner, and B, how's he
I think it was at the Novell that he made the place up, but Sygate, I think, sent it, gave him no space, and he had to cut the corner. So if he wants to send that in afterwards, we'll have a look at it. I'm sure if it's...
Sorry to interrupt, but I've seen Thomas now joined the back of Rosa again.
Indeed he has, and they've both caught back up to Raidcon, and in fact Rosa's been overtaken by Thomas.
He let me through.
So I wonder if he's blocked him maybe at the Nouvelle, or he's going to allow Thomas to go and attack
I think he's going
Raidcon.
to go and let him attack him because of Roger's front wing issues.
Let's be honest.
These two fight to the death and then pick up the pieces wouldn't be a bad idea, and
let's
they
be
are
honest,
doing exactly that.
Thomas has history of aggressive overtakes, but he's through straight away.
Aggressive and clean. That was.
Yeah. Borderline on fuel as well, low on ERS for the Mercedes, but he can now start to pull away and try and bridge the gap.
All three of them are. On the ERS front. Remcoin's still closing the gap, but at this stage it's not going to be enough.
And Sygate's through on Blades into turn 1.
A respectable effort by the Racing Point.
Yeah, certainly is. Up in second place, doing the job, closing in slowly on Cookie.
Impressed last race with his debut.
He did.
For cars.
I'm just trying to think, who are the 5 guys we're missing tonight? So we're missing Steve in the Red Bull.
Not Force Indias.
Both the Renaults aren't here.
Both the Toro Rossos. Gee.
Yeah, Camping Docs and Maneric aren't here.
Sorry, I struggled badly there. That was just stupid.
We'll get...
No, he's not disconnected. He's just being lapped. Pretty sure. I don't know.
No, I think it will be if he's ghosting.
He's in between. Oh yeah, it is because it's Remco behind him. Yeah, it's fine.
Meanwhile, Rosa still on the back of Raidcon.
That was a bit of debris.
Where from?
I don't know. Yes, yeah, I think there was Raidcon left hand side, so they've both got matching wings now. Raidcon and Rosa.
With any luck, Rosa will be fed that information. And he'll be back to go for the move on the Red Bull, where his tyres will have the advantage, although now it's going to start to be the case where the hard tyre has a little bit more.
He's got to watch out for KV.
Indeed he does, yeah. 2.6 KV is behind now, and Raikkonen is causing him to lose a lot of time.
Yeah, that's come down by half a second already, this lap.
Yeah.
Make that a second.
Rosa wants a chance at the podium. He needs to get through this time round.
I've just seen Blaze's front wing. He's done the other side now as well, so it's...
But Sygate has stopped now, so that will put Blaze back in front, and Sygate's gone for a set of scrub mediums. Smart call, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that will take him to the end.
I don't think he's really got much choice, to be fair.
No, I don't.
I mean, it does mean those mediums are going to be pretty much the same condition as everyone else is by the time he's finished, nearly. Oh, that's 5 seconds. That's not even. Half the car was over the line.
Yeah.
Rosas picked up 3 seconds.
Yeah, I was watching
him.
him. He followed Redcon's line through the corner, which was a big cut.
He's under the cosh now. KV's here. KV has arrived.
KV just needs to wait for his chance. Raycon's in.
Oh, God, let him go. He's rubbing salt in the wound there. So, yeah, I'm going to hold you up, and now you're going to lose place as well. Why not?
Let's see what happens. Raycon's in for mediums, which I suppose is his only option at this point.
Yeah, he's going to come out comfortably between Tichy and Blades. Oh, he's just hit the other. I think he's just hit it again.
I think we might see Blades stop for some mediums. Yeah, he's coming in.
Yeah, he did hit it again.
There's still a chance for points for Blades. I'm still going to keep my prediction.
Sygate has just got past Fredo. That's a very.
Oh no, Blades has got to serve his 5 seconds.
Oh, what a killer! So who's out there that's not got front wing damage?
Cookie. KV I don't think has.
There's your commentator's curse, Danny. We've got front wing damage here.
Well, I'll have a look. We've not seen Cookie for a while. No, he's good. Remcon in. Remcon in looks good, actually. Yeah. Thomas is good.
Yellow flag sector 2.
That's Remcon in lapping his teammate.
Now, I don't want to call it out because I'm going to look really bad, but I'm pretty sure Raycon's just cut Nova chicane. Meh, we'll move on.
There's no penalty for it, so it can't have been too bad. Although he is about to be lapped by Cookie, which in itself, the fact he's about to be lapped and he's in P8
kind of puts into perspective the
now Blaze I think has just cut the Noval.
Oh yeah, but that's because he's just hit his left hand side of his front wing and now the right hand side.
So yeah, well, I think we might see now I think Blades might not have a chance at points, barring the appearance of a safety car.
Oh, don't do it, man! There's still 15 laps left.
Has he done it in the pits? Yeah, he's done it in the pits, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done it in the pits. I know he's not having the best of times, but it's Monaco, you know. Quite easy to dump around here, you know?
So, Blaze DNFs for the... Well, again, I've lost count. How many races has it been since Russia?
Oh, I'll have a look, Sean.
Russia was his last finish of a race. His drought continues.
What we're saying is it's not a good streak.
Yeah.
You kind of get to the stage now, you sort of feel for it a little bit.
Oh, Lewis is here. Hello, Lewis.
The voice of reason and talk for England.
Indeed. Two spell, what did you miss? A lot of wing damage. Cookie's walking away with it at the minute, although Remconin is closing him down.
Closing by 1.5, nearly 2 seconds out of that.
Yeah, Remconin looks like he'll probably be able to challenge by the end of the race. Rosa might get Thomas on penalties if he can close up, but I doubt it. KV looked like he's in a really good position but got wing damage, which forced him to stop again.
Oh, hang on, I've just remembered it. The hairpin, which is now the hotel hairpin wizard, if you're listening. It's called the Lowe's hairpin, and what's the other name it's been called?
Yes, good man. That's it. That is what we wanted to ask you to as well. What are the names of the Lowe's hairpin?
What's it been called? What's it now? Some kind of hotel hairpin thing. And that. He'll know. He's old enough. He'll be fine.
Just thinly veiled insults.
He's older than me, so you know.
The closest battle on track at the moment is KV on the back of Rosa for P4.
Under 10 seconds, Danny.
Yeah, gap to the lead. Can Remconin do something special and close up that gap? 13 laps to do it in.
Side gate just inadvertently swap places.
And I think that's Roland here on the cos account. Good man.
Yeah, the simple answer to what you missed. Carnage, some more carnage, and Cookie pretty much leading the race from start to finish at the moment. I think that would be a fair assessment.
I would agree, yeah. Blue flags for Forza Fredo. Lets his teammate through to carry on the fight. KV, of course, much younger tyres than Rossi. You can afford to wait for them to really go off and then find his way through. But if he wants a chance at the podium, he needs to make it through sooner rather than later.
I think Thomas has got more front wing damage. Yeah, he has. Should be alright though. He's got the gap between the guy in front of him and behind him is enough.
Yeah, he's sat in a little bubble all on his own, isn't he, at the minute?
He's basically drive it to the finish mode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Catching. Connell's still in 6th, mind you. Just going along, minding his own business.
Kieran, thank you for following. It's nice to have you with us. We hope you enjoy yourself. The interesting thing, Forza Fredo's just stopped and he's able to keep up with KV and Rosa at the minute, which I think is indicative of Rosa's pace right now. The thing is, if we look at well,
tell you what difference a new front wing makes for Raycon.
Yeah, fastest lap for him. If Rosa was to stop now, he'd come out in P8.
It's not great. So he's sort of in a just got to hang out there, isn't he? Really, he's not really in a position to pit. And to be honest, it's just KV that's the back of him. Kono and Tichy and the guys behind him aren't really closing the gaps.
No,
that
not
much.
quite.
And to be honest, he's not really dropping off the back of Thomas that much, really.
No, 9.2 though. Now the gap in for the lead.
Oh! Big accident! Oh, I don't know if he pinched him or not.
I was watching there. KV was going around the outside. Rosa came across, and it was just both of them into the wall.
Wow.
Rosa's definitely come off worse.
You're telling me? I'm surprised he's still got full wheels on the car. That was a big accident.
That was huge, and Connell's managed to get ahead as well in all of that.
And 1.1 seconds behind KV.
I don't think he'll be able to close up though, not on the hard tyre. Rosa needs to be careful though, because Tichy and Raycon are right behind him. If I'm Rosa now, I'm stopping, because you're going to lose those two places.
He's got front wing damage because with that as well.
Yeah, he has. But it's on probably the best side, which is the left.
Is there a best side?
Not really around here, but...
He's putting to one side, so Conal gets a free position.
He's letting Rosa back through.
Rosa back through, but
clearly KV feels like that's his fault. I mean, that's fair play, that's good sportsmanship from him. But Connell will be rubbing his hands together now, up to P4. And both of them stopping. Both stopping.
And the battle commences again.
Soft tyres, I think.
I tell you what, this is
no, KV's retired. KV's retired.
Why?
I don't know why.
I mean, I understand, alright, if you did cause the accident, I'm not saying you have, but what you've done is you've then slowed down, let Rosa back through, and then
Retire? I don't know why you'd
Look
retire.
where Rosa is. Look where Rosa's come out of. He's in 7th, so you're still going to be 7th and 8th.
And I think he's got fresh mediums, whereas Rosa doesn't. He's on softs.
Well, Saga looked like he was going straight to Sandoval. That was a bit of lag there.
Rosa, I think, is set now for P7. I don't think he'll be able to claw his way up from there.
Raycon's on the back of Tichy.
That's changed the landscape a fair bit, hasn't it?
Yes. I tell you what, since he's not put it in the wall, here comes the commentator's curse. Shown some good pace, but you know those early incidents have really cost him. And now he's on the back of Tichy, pushing Tichy through.
8.3 the gap to the leader now for Remconin. He's closing there. Whether he'll have enough time, I don't know, but we'll wait and see. Remconin even. Raidcon rather will have a run on Tichy. He's going to go to the outside. That's where Rosa had the accident, and we've had another one.
There we go.
And we've got wing damage. Wing damage on both of those cars.
Tichy already had it, but that's probably made it worse.
Raidcon definitely has it.
I'll tell you what, the person who's going to be laughing is Konov. Thank you very much, lads.
Remconin in the pits. Soft tyres.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's got the gap, hasn't he? So you just go for the fastest lap.
Yeah, but would you do it? You wouldn't do it here, would you? In case you get wing damage now before the end. I wouldn't.
Yeah, but even then, he's got the. I say he's got the gap. It's now down to a couple of seconds. But you still have the pace to outdo Thomas though. Now will Cookie come in?
He doesn't. No, he doesn't need to. 30 seconds. He can nurse those tyres home now. He can afford to be. What? He can afford to be what? Over nearly 4 seconds a lap slower.
All I'm going to say is, I know he's just pitted, but those. Oh, he has pitted. He is coming in. I did think he would.
Bold from Cookie. He is.
I'll tell you what, that is a rare.
But the crew aren't ready. The crew aren't ready for him.
They're fine. They're there. What are you about?
They weren't there for me. They were still running out.
No, they were fine.
Oh, panic on. And he's going to come out well ahead of Remcon.
I'm just going to say, no matter what happens, those two up front have driven an absolutely blinding race.
And they have.
No mistakes. You know, they've been conservative, but also aggressive at times when they need to be. But it's just been a masterclass from both of them.
Out. In that case, let me have a look. Connell started the race in 14th. So right now he's doing a brilliant job in P4. He had 7 laps to go, there or thereabouts, and he's 8 seconds clear of Raycon behind him. So as we're heading into the final stages, make sure you get your votes in for driver of the day. So we've got Cookie right now on the charge for the Grand Slam, and in contest of speeds, that's qualified on pole position, fastest lap in the race, and led every lap of the race to victory. He's on for that, barring pit stops, of course. Like net first place we're talking about. There's the benchmark from Remcon in 111.3. And Thomas is coming in to have his go at it as well.
I've got time, they all have. Front three got loads of time. Actually, Cookie more comfortable, I think, on these tyres than the other ones. I think he's quite glad he's had to take them off.
Yeah, I think he was waiting for the opportunity, wasn't he, really? But we'll see what can happen. 2 guys down the back, Forza Fredo and Dan Hilton, they're coming in as well, probably for the same.
Everyone wants to have a shot, let's go for it, why not?
And they do. Cygate's got a gap to do it.
Things you do love to see in cars. Everyone going for fastest lap because there's No one cares.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. There's still the two guys down the back might as well, because there's still quite a high chance that two people will retire and they'll get the extra point.
Yeah.
So Dan Hilton, he might be 2 laps down, but he might still get points yet.
Has he completed 75% of the race? Yes, he has.
Yeah. So he might still get points.
Could you imagine the scenes?
Oh, if he got points. I'm waiting for the day that him or Millsies get a podium. It'll be a new bank holiday.
Which one? I can't remember. I'm going to consult the spreadsheet, because we went mental, didn't we, for one of their best results I think we've ever had from them.
Was it a 5th? I think it was a P5, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. It was Millsies for 6th. That was in Italy, because Dan Hilton also got 8th as well, so
yeah,
a double point score for
Williams. It's unheard of.
Yes.
So you need to get some points for this year. Got outscored by Kubica last year, didn't you?
Very funny.
I asked Dan actually for a picture of you when you were younger, because you know there was that one that went out of George Russell this week when he was out but a Ben.
Yeah, but I looked nothing like him when I was younger.
That's what I wanted to see. I said to Dan, can I have one? And he just ignored me.
Wow. Straight up the man.
Yeah. Damn. The one person who'd probably do it is just ahead me completely. What's the nearest battle we've got? We've not got any battles going on actually.
No, it's just I think everyone's thinking about getting it to the end.
Yeah, I think so.
It's not often it comes very sedate and quiet in a tier 3 race, but
no.
I think,
especially one where you would think Monaco probably wouldn't be the one.
The last couple of laps, concentration levels are probably fading a little bit.
Yeah, they'll be starting to go. People are tired.
I mean, I got tired the other day after about 20 laps, and I realised that was only halfway through the race.
Oh no. I mean, people talk about Singapore being the battle of endurance, but this one is just because of how little space you have.
I think Singapore's alright, I quite like it.
I quite like Singapore. I am a northerner. What do you mean I sound like a northerner? I am one.
Sorry. God. I had a slight cough there. Got a bit of an illness going.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Which it sounds like, honestly. Just because I've got a commentary voice where I sound somewhat more proper.
More proper? Oh my god.
Yeah. So I'll pull...
Ah, my head.
Just because I pull out proper grammar when I do commentary, do you know?
It's when you get angry or you're very opinionated about something, that's when you...
Oh yeah, that's when the Yorkshire comes out, aye.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's great.
I doubt it'll ever happen on stream though, so the lovely people won't be able to hear it.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, probably not on stream commentating, but during the race, score.
Oh yeah. See, I mean, you say that, but it depends. If it's a kick in the balls that you're watching, it's still really funny. No, we have to do it. It's like the real F1.
I think we should go around the other way.
I think we should actually, but sadly the game doesn't let us do that.
Pit stops would be a bit of an issue. Just go classic cars. No tire, done, sorted, finished.
Actually, yeah, classic cars around here would be interesting.
And the other way.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We've got a battle on! Sorry!
Yeah, we have. Bossman and Stumpy. Got Bossman and Stumpy, and then Raid Con's closed up to Connell. Who shall we watch?
I don't know, they've got sidetracked as anything. Connell's hit the wall. That is why the front left of that car's gone. He's doing so well.
He's only got 3 to go. Well. Can you have a look at the penalties? Can finishing ahead of Raid hold him there?
You know what? Just for entertainment value, I'm going to. I'm not going to review the penalties. I'm going to see what happens when it crosses the line.
Oh.
I know it's quite a long list. I'm not gonna lie, I can't be bothered.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You know what, I'll just have a glimpse just for you at instance, and then I'll see how it goes. Oh god, jeez. You know the white tab thing that's on the right hand side of the scroll thing? It's quite small.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh my word.
Thank you, KV, for renewing your subscription. He's apologised to Rosa as well. Thank you, Heathen IE, for following. Beanshead as well for the follow. We hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Nice to have you with us.
No, Cole, before he got that 3-second penalty, he was on for the 2-spell award.
Was he? So he's only just got. He's only got one.
He's only just got his first one, yeah.
Oh, what about Raid?
Cookie's not gone yet. Raid's got loads. Like, yeah, he did plenty.
Right, so Connell's still on for it. What about Thomas? I know he's got a lot. Sector 1 yellows. Who is it?
I don't know, but Thomas has only got 2.
Oh, it's Stumpy and Bossman. Stumpy's got more wing damage now.
Oh no, Conal. No, Conal's just lost the other side of his front wing. Ah!
No! 2 laps to go for the Haas.
Slip away.
It's alright, if he can just keep it together, he'll get him on penalties.
He's got to keep him within 9 seconds. Oh, Stumpy and Bossman are gone. Dan Hilton's going to get points!
Dan Hilton's going to get points at Monaco if he can keep it out of the wall. He needs to get ahead of them.
I don't think he's going to get ahead of them. No!
No, he's got 2 laps still. He can do it. He can do it.
Because on the last lap he's going to miss by 1 lap.
No! We'll see what happens. Stumpy and Bossman both in the wall at the hairpin. Let's jump to Dan Hilton. Let's see. Dan Hilton's coming up to them. He's not through, he's not past them yet.
Yeah, he's just gone past, he's still 2 laps down.
Oh.
No, he's gonna get robbed of the plan. Hate this guy.
Well, we'll see how we go. We might be able to boost him. I'll have to.
I mean, Cookie's gone down to 7 seconds. But
yeah, Cookie's.
Just a side note. But
yeah, he's in bring it home mode. He's got 3 corners to go. Make that 2 now. Raskas. And then Anthony Noakes with his teammate ahead of him. Eat the cookie, drives for the line. Did he get the Grand Slam? No, he hasn't, but he's led every lap and he has victory. That'll do for him. Remconin comes home to take 2nd place. Great result for him.
Well, gents, both of you, that is very impressive.
Certainly is, especially after Remconin's early damage. Imagine where he'd have been if he didn't have to stop for a new front wing.
A distant 3rd.
Yeah, Thomas a long way back.
Connell's got Tichy and Rosa behind him. Scenes, absolute scenes.
Yeah, Connell, I think at the minute he's still within those 9 seconds.
Jesus. Oh, Tichy's got a good run. He's got a good run of him. Send it. Oh, he is as well.
He's sending it.
Oh.
Connell, those 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
He'll be able to get that removed.
Don't make any other warnings, you'll be fine. Oh, he's keeping it in the wall!
Keep it out of the wall, lad, you can do it. He's not going to do it. He's not going to. It's going to be 9 seconds. There's 9.
Oh,
Tichy.
it down the inside. That's
Tichy. No front wing at all now on that Haas. Tichy trying everything to get ahead of him.
He's going to miss out by a second. Oh, devastating. Oh, Tichy jumps ahead. Well, that escalated quickly.
I was going to say, great ending to that race for Tier 3. But Eat the Cookie with victory. Remconin in 2nd place and Thomas in 3rd. It's the usual suspects. And then one new face on the podium. So 2020 starts as 2019 ended with the McLarens dominating Tier 3. Rosa would have been up there with him had it not been for that clash he had in the middle of the race.
I think you could say that about a lot of people, to be fair.
Yeah. But that's the challenge of Monaco.
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Sidegate! Jesus!
Sidegate with how many?
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Whoa! 29 seconds for the Mercedes man.
Right, that's my challenge for tomorrow night. I'm not in the
Certainly
points.
is. Right. So there we have it. Point scorers then. Eat the Cookie, Rem Conning, Thomas, actually podium. And you've got Ray Con in 4th, Titchy in 5th, Connell in 6th, but might be jumping back ahead of Titchy. We'll see if he submits that penalty for review. Rosa in 7th, Cygate in 8th, Forza Fredo in 9th, Stumpy in 10th. Bossman 11th, and Dan Hilton P12. Now he might jump ahead of those two, depends on what we decide as stewards, but I won't make any promises for that one just yet.
Do it for the community, come on.
And yeah, it's a good point from Perry though. Cookie got the Wizard Award for no penalties. But what I will do while we're waiting, and I can get these guys in for an interview, I'm going to run an ad real quick. So see you in a minute. Let's get them invited, even though I know people can probably still hear me. So it's Cookie, Thomas and Rem Conning, isn't it? Right.
I just saw that as well, I found that quite funny.
Don't you know, bump it up, cause Cookie's going up. Don't you know, bump it up, cause Cookie's going up. Don't you know, bump it up, cause Cookie's going up. Oh.
So that's going to be the first thing people hear when they come back after the ad break. Just Cookie
like
singing.
Going up. A much needed
25 points.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I've got an itchy belly button. Cheers.
Hello.
Trying to do this thing. That's why.
Make sure your audios are all set to be shared, guys, just so we can avoid any mishaps.
I can't hear Rem coming. Oh, no, I can't.
So let's see and wait if wait and see if Thomas joins. In the meantime, we'll get Cookie's car on screen as race victor.
He's a very excited individual, can you not tell?
No, I'm quite bored actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, were you having too much fun at the front, were you?
Well, it was just sort of watching the gap between me and Rem coming slowly come down, but...
Yeah, I picked up some penalties because of the traffic again.
I know.
And I had out of the pit lane, I had 5 seconds, but it was the last pit stop. I did it. So if that 5 seconds wasn't there, it was 2 seconds.
Well, unfortunately, it was.
Here comes the ego.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it meant it was 7 seconds, so... What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna say
He's gonna deny you the Grand Slam.
Well, actually, I wasn't leading every lap of the race, so...
No, we didn't count when you pitted.
It was going fast, but after that,
Yeah, I was just trying not to crash, to be honest.
yeah. I had no wing damage at all.
No, neither did I. I didn't get a penalty, by the way. First
Yeah,
time ever.
Yeah, Wizard Award.
Thank you. That's better than the win.
Yeah, but you don't get any bonus points for it, alright?
I do. I get a bonus wizard point. I can cash it in for a free kiss.
Okay, whatever you want to do with that.
I mean, you say that, but who are you getting the kiss from? Because I doubt the wizard will do that.
It'd be Mitch.
Well, he said he had to be awake.
Well,
This always happens when we interview you, alright?
you should just think
It
to.
goes very weird very quickly.
I wonder why.
It's just because you're here.
I think it's something to do with you two. You're always here.
Yeah, but when you're not, we're alright.
No, I don't see the correlation
No, fair enough. Anyway, I'm going to move away from you, Cookie, for a minute.
here. You asked me a question.
Well, you answered it already, what I was going to ask you.
What was the answer?
I was a bit bored, really. I was just watching the gap behind me.
Oh. No more?
No, you're right.
Just wait till the end, I've got a special one in line for you.
Okay.
So,
Excellent.
moving on, second place, Rem Conning. Great result for you. Following on from Austria as well. Did you think at one point you might be able to catch Cookie, or was it always a case of second place is the limit?
Yeah, I think second place was the limit. It was too far away. You can drive as fast as you can, but you have to, say to yourself, I'm second now. And stay second, don't crash, what people say, so drive safe and I think I did well. From P6 and traffic and everything, I think it went really well.
Yeah. I'm going to say, well, it was a good one to watch with you involved anyway. We did think that Cookie was going to run away with it at one point, but then we saw the gap coming down.
Hang on. I still ran away with it. It's just like I let a bit of hope set in.
Yeah, alright.
Anyway, the gap came down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came down, but it wasn't like, oh my god, Cookie's had a nightmare.
He did lose 2 seconds in one lap at one point.
Yeah, I was in the lead.
You was struggling with the second stint.
I struggle everywhere. It's just I somehow win.
I didn't smell any blood, so
Fair enough. Second place is a good result though. Well done. Hopefully we'll see you again next time. Right. And Thomas hasn't joined from his third place. So Cookie, your special question. Can you take us out of the stream for tonight with a rendition of Pump It Up?
No.
Alright, fair enough. I'll do my plugs instead.
Should have just said yes.
Because now you've got to listen to the plugs. I was going to do that instead. But well.
Okie dokie.
So we hope you've all enjoyed yourselves with the stream tonight. Thank you very much for joining us all. If you can't wait for Contest of Speed to be on again, and let's be honest, why would you not? Because I mean, we're all brilliant.
It wasn't the best of races.
No, but it was still good. You can imagine this is one of the poor ones. Imagine what the good ones are like.
Just come to watch me every week. Skip the race, listen to the interview. If I've not got a podium, forget the interview.
No, just watch,
Actually,
watch it all.
come tomorrow,
Watch it all.
I'll be commentating.
Yeah, we've got Tier 2 tomorrow night where you can watch me and Matt make a fool of ourselves at around Monaco, with Cookie commentating, of course.
Of course.
And then on Wednesday night you've got Tier 1, those are the fast guys. They're the ones we all look up to and think, how are you human?
Well, you think that about me as well.
I really do, but not for the same reason.
Yeah, not.
And then Thursday, 2 o'clock in the morning UK time, we have the Americas tier, where the US guys will be able to go at it as well and put all of us Europeans to shame, or at least try to.
Why don't you announce the time in American time?
I'm about to. I'd say that's 9 PM Eastern.
No, but you usually say it while the, along with the other times. Come on, Dan.
Look, are you doing the outro here or not?
You can do it if you want, Cookie, go for it.
I don't know the time, so
Yeah, so
it'll be
it's
like,
No,
it'll
you
be
be
like
quiet, you.
2 o'clock Eastern.
Shh.
It's not 2 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock Eastern. 2 o'clock GMT.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there we
What
go.
about Western?
Not bothered about Western. If it's
Brazilian?
Western,
Australian. We've got an Australian driver in there.
2 PM for him.
guys, time to sleep.
Go for it, mate. Nice one. Do you know what? If I end up on the podium by some miracle tomorrow, I'm going to usurp you tomorrow night, Cookie. It's going to...
I'll just leave.
Yeah, I'll just be annoying Thomas, won't I, really?
I won't allow the enjoyment you'll get out of it.
Well... anyway, so all of you guys at home, if you're interested in joining cause, make sure you get in touch with us on our Discord community. You can join that via our website. That's contestofspeed.com. We hope to see you all there. We will be racing again next week, where the track will be China. So we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much for watching again, and good night.